I've been powerlifting since 2019, which means I've been picking up and dropping heavy stuff for over 5 years now. While I absolutely loved powerlifting, my passion for competing has dropped down just because of injuries, but powerlifting is still something that I love to train religiously, and it's still something I do every single day. Okay, with that being said, I want to share with you 5 things that I would do differently if I started powerlifting today, just so you can avoid injuries, get stronger, and be a baller. All right, let's get right into it. Number 1, find a good, affordable coach. If you have any interest in powerlifting and you've done any basic research, powerlifting is literally where you lift something to maximum weight of what you can in that moment for one single rep. And because of this, I think a lot of inexperienced lifters just go into the gym and try to lift as heavy as they can all the time. This is typically what leads to injuries, prolonged progress, and honestly, you're just an injury waiting to happen. So finding a good and affordable coach can make a huge night and day difference, especially when you're trying to fulfill your goals as a powerlifter or just any lifter in general. It will also help you stay on track. It'll also help you stay disciplined because you're paying for it. And eventually, if you have a coach long enough and you see the program over time, you'll likely learn how to program for yourself going forward. Although I would still recommend that you don't program for yourself and you have someone else do it for you. Okay, so what is a good affordable coach? Well, if I were you, I would probably go on Instagram first, look at your favorite lifters out there, see what their rates are, and if it relates to you and you can connect with them, I would DM them and see what they are offering. Now, personally for me, I pay $160 for 4 weeks of programming, and that to me is extremely affordable. But again, keep in mind, I'm someone who's experienced and I've been lifting for a while, so I don't need a lot of coaching. All I do need is programming. Number 2, perfect your technique. I know you heard this a billion times, but your form is not perfect. But hey, neither is mine. I don't have perfect form either, as much as I want to say I do. And to this day, I'm still learning how to perfect my form. There's always a way to optimize your form. At the end of the day, the whole point of powerlifting in the first place is to be able to lift and get stronger without injury, and in order to do that, you need to do it consistently. So if you perfect your form, you'll likely avoid getting injuries. I mean, honestly, if I could go back in time, I would not lift the way I did before, and I took my body for granted, and I was young and reckless, and because of that, I have to pay those dues now. If only I had focused more on my deadlift form, I wouldn't have to deal with the injuries I have today that I still deal with going to physio and in the gym. So yeah, be smart when you're lifting, because at the end of the day, it's important to be humble. You never know when it can all be taken away from you just like that. Number 3, recovery. Look, I get it. You're very competitive and you probably have a very busy life. And often you probably just think to yourself, oh, I can just push through with 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep. And I'm here to say, no, you can't. No, you cannot, man. Lifting isn't the same as basketball where you can be like Kobe Bryant and just put in so many hours and just be better than the rest. You can't just outwork everybody in the gym by going to the gym all the time. Truly, the best way to outwork your competition is in fact to let it recover and do it properly. Like personally for me, getting 8 hours of sleep has been so much more beneficial than anything else, like physio treatment or nutrition or stretching. Sleeping has been the number 1 thing that has increased my lifts over time. I cannot express to you the benefits of having 8 hours of sleep, because that's the only time that your muscle tissue can repair and you produce healthy hormones to produce strong muscles and promote recovery. And on the flip, insufficient sleep can lead to risk of injury, reduced strength, and impair muscle growth. Look, I ain't no scientist, but I'm just saying, based on what I just said, it seems like sleep is extremely important. Number 4, be consistent, but know your body. The more you lift, the more you're going to understand your body's do and don'ts and the likes and dislikes and how it reacts to certain lifts over time. Too often have I constantly avoided listening to my body and just lift the lift that was programmed without even thinking twice about how I'm feeling. And not only does that lead to injuries and honestly an unsuccessful lift, but at the end of the day, who is winning? Who is winning out of that? These days, I've really learned how to listen to my body and lift heavier weight on days that I feel great and lift less weight when I don't feel good. And usually that leads for a much more sustainable experience, a more enjoyable lift, and also something that I can maintain over a long time. Of course, this takes time and probably lots of injuries, but it's something that you need to experience for you to learn. And if I could go back in time, I wish that I could listen to my body earlier and avoid ego lifting so that I can avoid all the injuries that I currently have. Number 5, don't be just a powerlifting athlete. When I started powerlifting, I was previously an athlete who would play volleyball and play basketball and go for runs and do all those athletic sort of things. However, at some point, I decided to make powerlifting my priority and everything else my second focus, and I really wish I didn't do that. Honestly, after going all in with powerlifting, I started dealing with difficulty of breathing. I was very stiff. I wasn't able to move around the same. I lost speed. I can't run without my lower back being stiff. And I was much less athletic than I once was. And did I mention that I was stiff AF? Pause. If I could go back in time, I wish I never gave up any of those activities and had more of a balance in my life so that I could prevent some of the issues that I just named a second ago. Because believe me, it's so much easier to maintain your athleticism than to go back and regain it. My advice is, yes, take powerlifting as seriously as you want to, but just don't forget that at the end of the day, you are still an athlete and you still need to be able to do other things that are mobile and agile so that you can have a good and healthy lifestyle. Powerlifting is great and it comes with many benefits, but it comes with sometimes even more negatives from my experience. Going forward, I just want you to know that there's just so much more to life than risking injury and lifting heavy weight hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month. And that kind of wraps up the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for checking this out. I hope this really helps you guys. I want to make more videos like this, so if you're interested, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I plan on posting every Wednesday and Saturday. I know it's quite a lot, but I think it's something we can do. Drop a comment down below if you want to see something, if you have questions that I can make a video on. I would love to do that for you guys. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Peace out.